Hi, my name is Charles Inniss, and I just want to take a few minutes to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about my journey to becoming a health and wellness coach. My journey began long ago when I was just 10 years old, because that's when I started playing sports. My first love was basketball, and I loved the game of basketball. But it took a toll on my body, and I was injured pretty much every year that I played. And one year I had a really challenging injury. I had gone to the doctors and got a cortisone shot and anti-inflammatories and other medications, and nothing was helping me. And so my aunt suggested that I try yoga. And here I am, I'm 15 years old. I'm like, what's yoga? And so she gave me a book. I went home, I started doing yoga every day and basically rehabbed my own hip during the summer and got back to playing basketball. Well, a year or so later, I had another injury. And this time when I went to the doctor, I actually met a sports medicine doctor. And he said to me, well, you've been an athlete for a long time. Have you ever been to physical therapy? And I said, what's physical therapy? And so he sent me off to see a therapist. And it was really a life-changing experience for me. I remember her looking at my posture and she was like, your pelvis is off. And she was pulling on me and twisting me and giving me exercises to try to rebalance me. And she helped me get back to basketball. And in that moment, I thought, you know what? I know how important sports and movement is to me. And to be in a profession where I could help people to return to the things they love, I'm like, that's the profession I want to do. So I left New Orleans for Boston University, and I've been in Boston a while now. At Boston, I earned my doctorate degree in physical therapy and continued to run track and be an athlete. Now, while I was in grad school, I had a friend who was working at a gym, and she's like, you know what, Charles, you would be such a great personal trainer because you know so much about anatomy and you're so athletic. And I said, yeah, I'm interested. And so I became a trainer as my kind of part-time job while I was in physical therapy grad school. And I loved both physical therapy and personal training. They were different, but had lots of overlaps. Then as my career kind of advanced, I started noticing things about like my experience in fitness and wellness. When I began in physical therapy and personal training, I was totally obsessed with anatomy, physiology in the body, because I figured the more I could learn about how the body worked, the better I'd be able to serve my clients and my patients and help them to reach better health. But after kind of being in the clinic for a little bit and talking to people, I realized that knowing what someone should do and helping them to be motivated to follow through with the plan are two different things. And so I started to make a little shift in my career where I started to obsess about psychology and motivation, because I figured that knowledge not acted upon isn't as useful. And so while I still was hungry to gain more knowledge about the body and physiology, I've really started thinking a lot more about psychology and motivation. And that's what led me to pursue becoming a corporate wellness coach. And I spent 7.5 years working for a major insurance company as their on-site wellness coach. And in that time, I literally did everything. It really was such a great position for me. I started off just doing one-on-one coaching where I would sit in a desk, talk to people about their health goals, do my best to encourage them and coach them and help them figure out plans to move forward. And after a while, it was really intense because there were so many people. And so I said, I need to be a little more efficient about how I can engage people. And so I started writing a wellness coaching newsletter to try to, say some motivational message to people. I started doing a little bit of group coaching. I also did lectures and I even taught some exercise classes. And so in this corporate setting, if people wanted to coach with me, they could sit and talk and tell me their story. If they wanted to learn, they could sit in a lecture and hear me talk about some health topic. And if they wanted to move with me, they could move with me as well. And so over the years, I've had a lot of diverse experiences as a clinician, as a fitness instructor, as a personal trainer, as a teacher, as a corporate wellness coach. I've really done almost everything in health and wellness. And I consider myself a lifelong learner. And so I've tried to read and learn as much as I can. And I'm hoping that all of my diverse experiences and all of my knowledge will allow me to present information either in my newsletter or on my YouTube channel, or if I'm fortunate enough to get the opportunity to work with you one-on-one or with your team in some corporate wellness setting, that it would make me a more effective coach and facilitator of change. So that's a little bit about me. I hope that something that I say in some of my videos will be helpful to you. But if you're ever looking for a cool, compassionate soul to be your coach, I think I know a guy. All right, that's all for now. But until later, be well.